you've ever seen a modified MazdaSpeed 3, it's probably got a big hood scoop on it. Just look at this little thing. It's like a little pancake on there. So today we're going to be putting our own version of the big hood scoop on the MazdaSpeed 3 and seeing if it lowers the temperatures. Because I'm staying top mount intercooler, I'm actually interested to see if it's going to drop the intake temp or the boost air temp at all. So not only did I not get the carbon fiber one because that's what everyone gets, I got my own. I've also paint matched it to the car. So this right here is the big hood scoop mod for the MazdaSpeed 3. It's a 40% larger intake area versus this little OEM scoop on the Speed 3. Now this was actually one of the best things that Mazda did with the second gen Speed 3 because of the top mount intercooler on top. So it's bringing in fresh air. We had really high temperatures with the first gen with the enclosed roof because we only had a little vent, I believe, coming from the bottom grille of the car. Now we actually have direct air, but I mean, look how piddly this is. There's not a lot of air intake space in that area. I mean, even though we have direct air going in there, we could have 40% more volume. Now, believe it or not, I'm not actually a scientist, so I don't know if that's true. I did check the temperatures before I pulled the car inside the garage. This was just cruising around up to temp, and these are the numbers we're looking at. So we're gonna see if we can get those a little lower. Guys, before we get started though, I got some crazy news. The Air and Elegance Spring 2025 drop at Scaled Supply is going live next weekend, June 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. It is a bundle drop, which means you're gonna get this new Air and Elegance shirt charm, which you guys can put on your rear view mirror or on your keychain. And you're also gonna get a die cut vinyl decal, which I saw at the design. This is hands down the best piece I've designed. If you want to pre-sign up, I'll leave the link up in the top right for you guys to check out. Again, thank you so much, and I am so stoked to drop this. Now, where did I find this big hood scoop? And that's a good question. I actually found it myself. I bulk ordered a few from the supplier over in China or wherever it comes from. And I have 2 of these left. So if you want 2 brand new, unpainted, ready to be painted large hood scoops, I will sell them to you cheaper than what Basin R, which is already the cheapest, sells them to. These are brand new, unpainted. Now, like I said, mine is paint matched and it is perfect. Believe it or not, this was done with rattle cans, and I'm actually gonna show you just very quickly if I managed to do that myself. I did a 4-step process in order to get my paint match. A can of adhesion promoter, a can of primer, a can of paint match, and a can of the good stuff 2K clear coats. These usually come with little imperfections, so you have to be ready to Bondo it, which I did in my case. I just had a couple pinholes I needed to sand it over. Once I fix all my imperfections, I'm gonna hit it with 1 good coat of adhesion promoter, and within 5 minutes, I'm gonna hit it with a first light coat of primer to lay down a base. Within 10 minutes of each other, I'm gonna hit 2 heavy coats of primer. We can move on to paint match, where I'm gonna lay 1 light coat, and I'm gonna follow up with 2 heavy coats with 10 minutes in between each other. When it comes to clear coat, I'm gonna do 1 light coat to lay down the base. I'm gonna follow up with 2 heavy coats of clear coat with roughly 10 minutes in between each other. Now you might get orange peel like I did, so I'm gonna go ahead and wet sand it. I started with 1500 grit sandpaper and went up all the way to 3000. I would maybe suggest starting with something like 2000, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use a very heavy compound and a heavy cut pad and go ahead and polish it away until all the light scratches are gone, and then I hit it with a ceramic coating after. Let's go ahead and get started installing this. I've never actually taken a hood scoop off a second gen before. I mean, as you guys can see, so it has this thing where it seals down and it brings just direct air into the top mount, but I mean, there's so much heat on top of the engine that it's just keeping this whole thing warm until you're actually, you know, bringing in boost, where it's, looks like we got some bolts and stuff up here. Now that we have the scoop off, look at the comparison of the old and new. So you can see this kind of like you versus the dude that she told you not to worry about. Very, very flat. And I mean, this is just, it's huge. It's a lot bigger. What do you guys think? Is this going to cool down our temps even more? So we're going to come up from the top where we drop in all our bolt. Then we can do this middle one. Looks like you can utilize your old hardware. You guys want to be careful when you're doing this. This is FRP material, so it can crack. This should line up pretty good. This is kind of our first look at this thing. That is a big nostril. Now, like I said, I have seen people run no vent here and just leaving it open, but we are gonna see if we can utilize that. What do you think it's looking like so far? I think that's a big ass nose. So here's what I'm gonna try and do. You can still see this vent in the hood scoop. There is a rivet right there and a rivet on the other side. Then I'll have to cut these two off. We're gonna get rid of this. Aren't connected anymore, and this thing just popped right off. Now we have a larger mouth. Still a little restricted, I think, but we'll see once it goes in, but it still suctions into the top mount. Go ahead now and line everything up. So everything underneath the hood is now bolted on. As you guys can see, without that vent that we took out, now there are little corner gaps, but I mean that's okay. It's not a big deal. Like they're ever so minor, and they were kind of there before anyway. Now when we pop the hood down, oh man, this thing that's a honk. Look at this. Oh, that's perfect. Taking that vent out actually worked so well. Now we're utilizing the air dam. It has a big space right here where it doesn't allow air in, and then the top mount's over there, so it's forcing all the air over there. But with the 40% extra, will it work? I have no idea, but it sounds cool. So we're gonna go with that. As for the fitment, I'm actually really impressed. There's no like crazy gaps or anything that really throw me off. Like I said, I'm really impressed for an FRP product. This is probably pretty similar to what your guys's would look like if you bought the two that I have left. The paint match looks pretty good. I got the orange peel out of the top layer, and it blends in really well with the car. Now we need to get this outside. We need to look at it in a cinematic version. And then obviously, most importantly, are our temperatures cooler. So here's our temperatures after the scoop. Our intake temp is pretty much the same as I expected it would be. Our boost temp is basically the same as well. Not going into boost, and when I do, it drops tremendously. So I feel like you would have an improvement when you're actually in boost. But just cruising around and stuff like that, I don't think you're gonna notice pretty much anything at all. No performance increase, of course, but now we have a big snorkel on the front. So is this something that you've done to your car already? Do you have the carbon fiber one? Do you have a paint match one? Or do you just have like a unpainted one that you just threw on? Let me know if you like the big hood scoop down below. Other than that, guys, we got a show coming up next weekend. We got the drop next weekend. There's so much going on in the next couple months. It's insane. I'm picking up a bunch of stuff for the MazdaSpeed 3, which is gonna make it insane. It's gonna be insane. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on the video. Guys, keep it real. I'll see y'all in the next one.